Hello, and as you can see, I went to a train show, and if you can read, you will know which train show I went to. So, me and my dad went to Amherst train show that they have every year, and this is what we got, minus probably 5 books that are somewhere. So we'll just start here. So we got some old Walters kit cars so these are slide cars, and these are hot metal cars. And the pack of 3 was 65, and this pack was 65 as well. And then a gondola kit, AccuRare boxcar, some newer Walters, and this is still kind of old, but these are a bit newer. And then there's box cars. Except for him, he's fancy. It is a box though, so I mean technically, are they even boxed? I mean, I think normally when I think box, I think square, and that's a rectangle, so tomato. And then there was this one guy who had a ton of cheap stuff. I mean, if we were smart, we would have bought his whole table, but these were 15. Everything basically there was 15, except for this was 10. I think the rest of this, that didn't break anything. And the rest of this is I don't know, random stuff. He had a great many things, and he's also where we got the J1 until later. So this is a Pennsylvania flat car from Rapido, and it was only 35. As you can see, I put the box on upside down, but I have one of these, and I liked it, and it was 35, which isn't horrible. We got some buildings. There's this thing. They had a really fancy booth, so we bought something, but I mean, shingles or what is it? I feel like is the shingles the roof already. I opened this because I said, it doesn't have its shingles or whatever, so this is what you get inside of it. So this is like your glass. Whoa, interesting. Anyways, so you have your frames, your doors, your chimneys, your cutouts for your building itself, and then you get these things. And I imagine this is your roof. Maybe this goes in the hole. I don't know. I'm terrible at filming this. You get 2 of those. There's 2 holes. I imagine, as you can see, that these are your roof. And then there's no shingles. So, like, you just have a crappy roof. Seems kind of like a scam if you ask me. And then a crane, a tiny barge. We also got a boat to push the barge, but it's mildly custom. It's just certain like decals that you do. So he makes them, and then you'll send it out. Favorite Intermountain car, and this is a pretty fancy car. So here's the car itself. It actually does have real wood in the inside, so you can do that with what you would like. It's a pretty nice little car. Only thing is the sides are a little squishy. But other than that, it's pretty nice. I'm only gonna take out certain things that are interesting. I feel like most of those, I mean, it's Bowser, there's Rapido, you probably know Rapido's pretty fancy and expensive. And then there's this Tangent car, which is decently nice, and it's Tangent, it's not like it's gonna be bad. And then we get to the engines. Alrighty, so this is the first engine we got, and it's not the one I bought. My dad bought this, so that's why we're going with it first, because mine's clearly superior in every way possible, shape and form. So this is a Paragon 3 J1 that we got for, why did I move the box? Okay, we got this for $225. We probably should have bought more engines, considering he was selling, he had a E6, most of his Broadway stuff, except for a few things. He had a Bachmann K4 that was streamlined. So this is why the second day is always best. First day, Bachmann K4 was $300. I was not paying $300 for no Bachmann K4. Second day, we got there too late. Someone else bought it because he put the price down to $100. So you have to, it's almost better to do the whole show. It's a lot of stuff to do in one day, but it's doable to do it in one day, to know where better places are, and then you can mosey around when all the deals are out, and then you can go back to already cheap places and see what you can get. But tomato. So he had a ton of stuff for cheap. He had M1. He had 2 Paragon 3 M1s. One was $200, one was $250. He had an E6 for $300. I think he had an FEF3 for 400. He just had all types of cheap stuff. It was just very nice, I guess. If I could go back, I'd probably buy one of his L1s because one of them was only 200, which is a great price. You probably sell it for 350 if you wanted to just turn around and sell it, but where's the fun in that? Anyways, we got a J1. First J1 we have for only $225. It runs well, it smokes well, it's well in general. And this is the other engine we got, and this is one I bought. This is the Penji G5 from Westside Models, and it's in pretty good condition if you were to ask me. There's a few things that are a bit weird. If you look at it, you can see kind of how it's tarnished. Just weird how that looks, but it's fine. The top of this is also green, but I mean, tomato, I don't really care. It looks very nice, and for $210, I don't think I'm gonna complain. Plus, I kind of think this thing has never been run because like the wheels are super clean, and it's not just that. Like I opened up the gearbox to see how well that was doing, to see if it needed cleaned or something, and it was amazing. Like I've never seen something so clean in my life, and I'll put up a picture. So yeah, I feel like this is a great buy for $210. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it's bad. It's decently weighted, but I mean, I don't really care. It's only going to be either a commuter train or maybe like a work train. We thought about getting some fancy brass cars for a track servicing train, you know, tomato, things that do things on track and maintenance. So we thought about that, but I'll probably just end up getting two fancy Penzi cars eventually. I wanted to think about getting brass ones since I only need two, but to get nice ones, they're very expensive. So I'll probably just get like some Broadway P70s off of eBay for relatively cheap-ish. I mean, not really cheap, but cheap compared to what else I would want to get. So yeah, I also need to get a decoder. So it's probably, I like Blue Nami. We have one Blue Nami. It's right there, perfectly in view. We got a Stealth Series ATSF 2104, and we put Blue Nami in it, and it's pretty nice. It's mostly nice for the fact that you don't really have to do any work, because, I mean, sure, you still have to install the decoder, but once you get it in, you don't have to deal with the CVs. You can just go through their app and do all the sounds and adjust it how you want, a lot easier. But, I mean, it looks pretty smoky unit ready to me. And ESU supports smoke units, so I can go down another rabbit hole of thinking I'm going to put sound and smoke in a brass engine. Only this one's mildly harder because there's way less space, and I have to actually install the DC-C instead of just plugging a chip in. But tomato. So this is everything we got from the train show already. So as some of you may have seen, I posted a poll to see what video I should make, and they wanted this to be it, the Genesis Big Boy review. For some reason, the engine does not want to work. Also, look at this bougie controller we got. So I'll just prove here that it is connected. So it should be working, but when I apply the power, it does nothing. Forward, reverse. So I don't know. And it's only this engine. All the other engines I have work fine. I can still make a review, but I would rather be able to at least show it moving. So, yeah. Also, this will be most likely this will be our new command station to power our layout. And I'm kind of liking these digits. I mean, I know right now it's plugged in, but it doesn't have to be. These controllers are pretty fancy. I mean, we got these buttons, which do some. I know they have. Man, you really can't see nothing through this phone. Anyways, and now you can. If I press all these, you can see this engine's being loud. It does functions. So probably reprogram to anything. It's nice that you can control 2 different engines very easily, and they both have their own reverse buttons. I'm not really a fan of the shape things, but it makes it easier when the first time you're messing around with it. The switch button's kind of dumb though. It's not. I don't really get its shape. It looks like an airplane. Yeah, and then you have the menu button, and this is nice. Like you can very easily access anything you might want. So yes, I haven't really been able to get it to work the program, but probably doing something wrong because I didn't read the manual, so we're just like letting it happen and see what happens. But yes.
I forgot that it automatically sets your resume to public, and I got an email from a PLC company, a fairly new one, that was going to hire me starting pay $30 an hour.